See what he can do in the midst of unbelievers, on the leading edge with his word, his power, his grace, and his mercy. For God's sakes, we're Lutheran. This is what we know.
Well, I wanted to take a few minutes today, and a very special day for all of you mothers. I wanted to take a minute and wish you a happy Mother's Day. I thank you so much for this wonderful, the way that you carry out this wonderful vocation that you have as mothers. Of course, I have a mother, and I know firsthand the joys, the pains, the great level of satisfaction that you can have as a mother. Because my mother, I can see the joy that she has watching us three boys, being fully developed, independent, and doing fairly well in our lives. And of course, I also have a wife, and I have two young daughters, of whom I ask the Lord. I ask the Lord, and I pray every day that one day, if they have the privilege, that they will have, that will not only be great warriors for the kingdom of God, but also be great mothers, have the privilege of molding young souls. And so I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for your prayers, your support. Each time I see a young mother, even a pregnant lady, I am very joyful, because I know that it's the beginning of a life. It's going to bring so much joy to a new family. And I have a wife, and I have to take some time here and just thank God for her. Her name is Jade. She's not on Twitter. She's not really a social media person, but she's gonna watch this video anyways. And look, I just think of all the meaning that she's brought to my life as a wife, and then obviously as a mother, giving me two wonderful kids. Watching her sacrifice much of her life. It seems like it comes to so natural to women, this level of sacrifice, giving away their lives. This I don't know where they get so much energy, to be honest. I see them taking care of their husbands, sometimes having a secular job, coming home, preparing meals, waking up, taking care of babies, changing diapers. Of course, I do my part, but I'll never be able to compare the little that I do with what my wife does, to be honest with you. And so I want to thank my sweetheart for all of her work, for putting up with me, for putting up with the kids, for sometimes even sacrificing her own personal time and space. This week I was listening to an interview with Nancy Pelosi, the politician. And regardless of what we think about her as a politician, she said something that really caught my ear, so to speak. And I thought it would be important to mention. So she's known to be, always has been known to be a person of high energy. And during this interview, someone asked her, how is it that you have all this energy? And she said, well, I'm Italian, first of all, and second of all, I'm a mother of 6 kids. And she said, if you can get through raising 6 little boys and girls, I think she has like more boys than girls. So just, you can imagine all that energy running around, taking the kids to games, school, fighting each other. And she said, having all these experiences has prepared me to be a leader in Congress, etc., etc., be a businesswoman, be able to have meetings and reunions with all these politicians, and do all this, support all the causes that she's involved with. And so, yeah, man, I think of myself, I think of my wife, all the energy that she puts out, and also, I also think of how egoless, selfless you are in comparison to men. Men, we can be more difficult because we bring so much ego to the table. But I found that in my personal life, mothers and women tend to put themselves not so much to the center of the equation, but be more of a, of course, I'm generalizing. Of course, there's going to be, women and mothers that are not going to be, they're not going to be that wonderful. But what I see for the majority in my surroundings, especially in the kingdom of God, is women that are just so self-sacrificial, so egoless. I don't know if that's a word, but you get my point. I'll never forget. There's a song that's very popular, sang by a very popular artist in my country, and in this song, he says that every young boy, every young kid realizes soon that it is easier to get money from mom than to get money from dad. It's the soft heart that moms have toward their children. And so, yeah, I thank you for your service. I thank you for this wonderful vocation that you have. Be assured that your work is not in vain. It is very important. Secular society would have us to believe that the most important thing that a woman can do in society is to work in a secular job, have an office job, or be a businesswoman and whatnot. I don't think so. We respect women that want to do all those things, but there's nothing like being a mom and molding a life and leaving a legacy of, serving your own family, serving your kids. And we have to praise you more, to be honest. And for that and for more, for putting up with men, with your husbands, that sometimes we can be jerks, we can be idiots. Thank you for putting up with us. And more importantly, thank you for putting up with guys that still believe that women, that books geared towards women should be written by men. That shows you how silly we can be. I was listening to a video that was recorded by my great friend Lex, in which he was saying, one of the sections that he mentioned, he was talking about this particular book, and all the book has like 4 authors, and all the 4 authors are like men. It's just ridiculous. And so thank you so much for putting up with that nonsense. But thank you so much for also supporting us, and thank you so much for giving us wonderful advice, or raising our children in the care and admonition of the Lord, and just thank you for your patience. So yeah, happy Mother's Day from the bottom of my heart. All my love to you. Big hug to all of you who are watching all the way from here, from Kentucky, and realize that guys like me, we are conscious of your sacrifice, and we are incredibly grateful for all that you do for our kids and for us as husbands. So I guess I packed an homage to wives and an homage also to mothers, and so I packed everything together. So you know what I'm getting at. So I mean, words cannot express the level of gratitude that a guy like I feel for all that you do. So thank you so much. A big kiss, a hug, and enjoy your day in the company of your family, your kids, your husbands, and your friends. And of course, we can remember, we also remember these women that haven't had the opportunity to have children. We also remember you. We understand your pain, and we don't want you to feel lesser than or troubled because of this. We think of you, and maybe this will be a great opportunity for you to serve kids that don't have mothers in the church setting or whatnot. But we also feel for you, and we are praying for you. I know personally that there's plentiful women out there that would like to have kids, but unfortunately they haven't had the opportunity. So please don't feel singled out. Don't feel lesser than. You're still loved, and you're cherished in the kingdom of God. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching Wittenberg Project, Dr. Athanasius. Thank you so much, and happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.